Hello and welcome.
Hello.
How
How are
you been?
you?
Yeah,
Good.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good. You're doing good. I'm doing good too.
Trying to keep warm and dry.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll ring the meditation singing bowl to clear space and energy, and we can go ahead and get started.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
So we have a new
New
moon.
in Capricorn. 20
Yeah.
degrees yesterday early morning. Yeah. So we're in the thralls of it now. And it's a doozy too, because it's like bookended between Mars and Pluto. So, Mars, Pluto on either side of a new moon brings up a lot of agitation. It can be jealousy, resentment, anger. Um, you ever heard the saying, I got a case of the I can't help it? It's like you feel uncomfortable but can't quite figure out what it is or why it is. So it's a pretty intense time. And focusing on career goals and finances is a good way to do Capricorn new moon.
And I think we were a little bit delayed because I was venting out my frustration about my personal situation, dealing with someone I'm working with, and so yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Capricorn energy.
yeah. So Capricorn is the fish-tailed goat. And,
Mhm.
one of the misconceptions about Capricorn is, they're all work and, somewhat stoic, but that fishtail represents a deeply spiritual connection to the depths of the waters, and that psychic element and needing spiritual connection in their work. So they are considered the workaholics of the zodiac. Just a mountain goat is sometimes symbolized on a mountain. And the idea is they work very hard to get to the top of that mountain, harder than any other sign in the zodiac. So it's, let's see, what else can I say about Capricorn? It's ruled by Saturn and rules the 10th house. And it is, I need to just give in to this whole eyesight thing and put
It's
on my.
okay, honey. We all need to see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the keywords on Capricorn, I use, they're considered very resourceful. Like they can see uh, upcycling and reusing like other people's discarded items. Um, Cardinal Earth. So cardinal signs are the leaders. Oh, you do? Don't they make me look old though? Don't I look old?
No, honey, no.
Oh my God. Not that I'm being my Leo vain self,
Hey,
right?
listen, my solar return is around the corner. I was saying like I'm getting old.
I'd love to be your age again.
Okay.
When I was your age, I was probably one of the best times of my life.
Um,
Um, so, and two, I want to point out to everybody your gift to me for Christmas is this lovely, like, throw shawl that came from your boxes. And
thank
so,
you.
what is going on with those boxes? Can people still get them? Or I got
Yes,
my teacup and my honey and all kinds of lovely pampering things. It was just very lovely, and I appreciate it very much.
you're welcome. I actually do have something you want me to share now.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's up on my Etsy shop, but yeah, I'm gonna put it up on Foxy Tees this weekend. So hold on.
Okay. It is your birthday. We need to give you some sunshine time.
Yeah.
Oh, no more lies. I love you. Thank you. She thinks the glasses are sexy. Maybe I'll wear 'em. Oh, look, it's a Valentine teddy bear.
Yes, it is. And not only that, it's
Oh,
a teddy bear, but it talks.
oh. What's it say?
Well, basically, I spoke Dutch on the bear, for my Valentine. And basically, you can record your voice up to 20
Oh,
seconds. So
wow.
you can personalize this teddy bear with your voice and gift it to someone. Um, and it
Oh,
could be a naughty bear, you know.
oh, that is so cute.
I know. And then also, obviously, my boxes are cup themed, and so I have a mug, and they all come in different, colors and styles. But inside the mug is a forever flower.
Oh, right, right.
So it's
Nice.
a preserved rose that you can keep forever and ever. And this comes out like, I just put it because it just looks.
It's there. Yeah.
Yeah, it fits very perfectly in there. And then also it comes with chocolate.
I love my chocolate. That's really good chocolate.
Really? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
And like a tea ball strainer, a golden spoon,
Oh,
some tea,
nice.
and a cute little jar of honey.
Oh, how nice. I love that.
Yeah.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah, so I have this. It will be available on the website, foxytees.com, but not now. Maybe this weekend sometime. But I have this bear, and I have a little black bear too. And
Oh,
the black bear is really cute. But I'll share that later. I was waiting. But yeah, you can get this, but you still can get the box with the blankie and stuff. Those you can see at
I love
foxytees.com.
my blankie. I
Oh,
walk around with this thing on all the time because it's
it's nice because
blanket
it's
warm.
light, it's not heavy, and
Right.
it keeps you warm. And if your feet are cold, you can throw it on your feet, whatever.
And it's not so big like a blanket that it drags around, on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I got it. So I'm glad you liked it.
I love it. I love my whole box.
Thank
I've
you.
been eating my ritual dark chocolate. It's wonderful. And let's see, I have a tea mug and the chocolate and the honey sticks
Mhm, mhm.
and you had already sent me a bunch of stuff with the stocking with the eye mask, the face mask. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a bunch of stuff from you too. I got like the little pug socks, the
Oh, yeah.
pug purse, the
So
coin thing.
almost
Um
came from a dog show.
oh, did it? Oh, they're so cute. I was like, where'd you get these?
Yeah.
Luna was like looking at it like, what? Are you pug obsessed? Because she saw like
Yeah.
pictures of like her, and she was like, what is that?
I
And
did
she's
think
like,
it looked like her.
yeah, she was weirded out a little bit, I think. And the calendar, I have your calendar like in my room. And I have
Didn't I
the
give her a bone? Didn't I throw a
yeah,
bone?
the bone is it's actually really big. So I think she smells it,
Yeah.
but she doesn't know what to do with it yet, but probably like over time she'll
Yeah.
probably like get into it. But
Discover it. Yeah.
yeah. Because I noticed with her, I don't know if it's a girl thing, but she's like really likes her. She's so spoiled. Like I cut things in little pieces, and she's a very petite, you know,
Right.
not.
Pussy little eater.
Yeah. But when it comes to stuffed animals, she'll rip the shit out of like a freaking animal and be like,
Oh my God. Leon tore the lion up.
Oh, tore it off. Oh my god.
He was
It's
shaking his
gone?
head. Yeah, that plastic nubby part on the tummy,
Uh-huh.
that was like off within minutes. And he
Oh,
like
man.
go down his throat and retrieve it. And I was like, oh my God,
Oh, yeah, well, it's done. Like,
crazy.
yeah, I got that and I thought of you. I was like, well, I didn't mean like, like a like an analogy, but I thought it was cute
He
because
was like a little lion, but
uh-huh. But yeah. Oh, well, Leon's a ruffian.
yes, he is. And Mojo's like Luna, very
Like,
nimble and
mhm.
slow and sensitive. And he just stands back and watches brother go nuts.
Oh, okay. So Leon is kind of like the one out there
He's
and
out
stuff.
there. Yeah, let's see, he is the Aquarian.
Oh, yeah. Mhm. So
Yeah,
he's out like trying to figure out what to
he
do. Like,
wants to be himself. He wants to be his own individual.
yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah. So, okay. So,
So Capricorn also rules the knees, the spleen, teeth, and because it's ruled by Saturn, Saturn brings in the bones and bone structure. So, you know, one of the analogies with teeth problems is worries about money. So, like if you have a tooth problem, you might want to do some affirmations to take your worries off of money or financial issues. Knees are being inflexible, knee pain, and not moving forward. Arnica and comfrey are some natural pain relievers that help with that kind of joint related pain. Um, it's also uh, rules skin, and sometimes acne or skin problems can be the emotion of feeling threatened or buried guck. So part of this lunation has a lot to do with clearing our stories, clearing our old emotional stories that you know, you have to be really conscientious about not being your past stories. We renew every day, we're reborn every day. Your solar return is in a few days, and that's all about a clean slate and renewal. And anything that hasn't worked out in the last solar year, it's poof, it's done. We celebrate renewal at our solar return. And so, eczema and psoriasis and sort of fungal skin issues can be helped with burdock root, evening primrose, red clover. Red clover comes in a tea. If you
yeah, yeah, it's kind of ironic. I have those teas, but I haven't put it out on my website yet. So, I might make a little concoction. Um, but you're saying what is this good for? The
like
red clover?
skin issues, any kind of
Okay.
eczema or acne or psoriasis, any kind of fungal skin issue
Okay.
can be helped with chickweed, evening primrose, burdock, um, fig root, red clover. Red clover is the one I see most readily available.
Yeah, I have burdock and red clover. I have chicory root. Is that
Hmm.
one of the ones you said?
Chickweed, but that's close.
Okay. Yeah, because I have those because I was gonna make a liver detox
Oh, yeah,
tea.
yeah.
I haven't made it yet, but I will be making it, but I can also make one for psoriasis or, like, skin
Yeah,
conditions.
dry skin.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that too. I took a photo of that bear, and I was like, "Oh my god, my hands, they're dry. I got wrinkles." I was like, "Oh my god." I
Putting
couldn't
water too much, maybe, or
I don't know, like, I was like, "Wow, is that my skin really that dry?" I was like, "Man, my age is, like, showing in my
well,
hands."
all of the plastic surgery on our face can't do anything about gnarly knuckles.
Yeah.
You see these women with beautiful, smooth faces, and then their hands are all
Hands all
arthritic, and it's like they'll never. I can't imagine the pain it would take to figure out arthritic knuckles.
Maybe a manicure, where you get to soak your hand in Epsom salt or
Paraffin.
something.
I
Yeah,
mean,
paraffin wax. Yeah,
so
or
I will tell you on that note. Many years ago, a girlfriend gave me a paraffin dip spa for a Christmas present. And,
mhm.
you melt the paraffin in it. You could dip your hands, you could dip your feet. I used to dip my elbows.
Oh,
And it was one of those things that you really needed a place if you wanted to keep the wax heated all the time and use it all the time. You needed it somewhere out of the way so you wouldn't get wax everywhere. And so I would go in and out of pulling it out and working with it and putting it away and all that. It eventually stopped heating, and I had enjoyed it enough to where I went and bought another one. And I kept it like out in my utility room on a tile floor and uh, uh, somewhere where it was always readily available. And every night that winter, every night for like 6 weeks, I dipped my hands.
every night?
And yes, and do you know I had these dark spots, like liver spots on my hands. And after doing that paraffin dip for like 6 weeks regularly like that, it actually came off.
With paraffin wax.
Hmm.
I think there's something like the hyperpigmentation, there is
But you
uh
have to do it regularly for a while.
mhm.
It's not just a few times.
You think like the wax is like doing something to the surface of the skin to
It's an
kind of
emollient, it goes down into the skin, the dermis. So I think that once that's good and moisturized, those spots are really just lumps of dry skin, and it just came right on off one night.
hmm. I'm gonna like research that, like paraffin wax and the uses of how it can help with skin
Dry
pigmentation.
skin. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shoot, I might need that because do that on my feet and
Yeah.
my
And
hands.
elbows, you know how your elbows get rough?
Mhm.
Dip my elbows.
I mean, sometimes like you would get like a pumice stone, and you like if it's really bad, like wow.
So it's interesting that we're talking about pampering under, a Capricorn new moon. Um,
Mhm.
Capricorn is typically, focus on finances and work, but, that resonates also to us taking care of ourselves, right? We
Mhm.
need to take our vitamins, we need to stay hydrated so that we're capable of doing all this work. Um, and the planning part of, setting financial goals under this new moon is a really good way to do it. But working on forgiveness, that Mars Pluto bookending the new moon and bringing up old uncomfortable emotions, or you might, from the holidays, the fallout of the holidays, had reconnected with someone, or triggered feelings over memories of holidays, stuff like that. And it's real important that we bring it up, that whatever it is that we're triggered on, whatever the uncomfortable feelings are, we need to really sit with it and let it come up in our energy. Let it come up, deal with it, and breathe it out, move it on. And so that's what I mean about letting go of our stories. And this is a real 2024 is a real chaotic kind of year, but it's really about, raising our consciousness. Like we've had historic solar flare storms that have been measured. So just science, just from science and environment, if the sun is putting off more intense magnetic energy and our bodies are covered in a magnetic energy, it's only natural that we're going to respond to that. And so, practices using aromatherapy, Tai Chi, yoga, some people like to jog or walk or any kind of moving our energy on through our chakra system, keeping our blood circulating, feeling strength in our muscular, Saturn is about our bone structure, and our bones feel better when our muscles are strong and can support our bones. So, any kind of toning. I've been seeing this ad on my feed about wall yoga, all these exercises
Yeah.
you do against the wall, and toning. So it's very important that we,
So the structuring could also mean restructuring the
your
body.
body,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, your finances, your body. So also Saturn and Capricorn are all about authority. And it can be externally, like the authority of the government, but primarily it's about how do we feel as an authority within ourselves? How do we react to someone who's being authoritative to us?
Hmm.
So, you know, it seems like a theme that I've had around me, and you and I have talked about it. There's something about in the workplace right now with authority and us asserting our authority, and feeling our worth and asserting to others what we're worth and not being, used or,
Belittled,
yes,
unheard.
demoralized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humiliated. I have an HR director who thrives on humiliating staff. And it's just, there's a really low morale where I work. And it's from so many levels coming directly out of an HR department that's just unbelievably, like they love drama and they love humiliating people. And it just, it's not a good environment.
Well,
So,
I think it's just the staff dealing with the HR staff itself. If you could like replace the HR department,
right.
then I think that that would rectify most of the issues
It would.
with the work that's coming in and out.
I think they grant sexual favors to the pertinent people.
Okay.
And
Favoritism.
not all of it makes a lot of sense. So there's usually
Um,
sex involved when it doesn't make sense.
oh, so that's what HR stands for.
Human resources.
Yeah.
Being resourceful about who you can manipulate to get things the way you want them,
Yeah.
no matter how inconsistent or what a double standard it creates.
Yeah.
There it
Hmm.
is.
That's it's like, what's on your resume? Hmm.
Yeah. Here are my references.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Mars for us. So Mars is being naughty.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Mars Pluto is very sexual. That's rough sex. That's trying things you've never tried, having sex in places you've never had sex before. So
Hmm. So that kinky naughty stuff.
it is very much so.
Yeah, not really passionate or like love.
And now that I think about it, there was a crime story recently about 600 people a year on average end up in the emergency room with injuries from being strangled during sex.
Oh, for doing the blood choke.
Hmm.
Mm.
So that kind of kinky is a good word. Mars Pluto is definitely kinky
Well,
sex.
obviously they don't the whoever's doing it doesn't know how, or maybe they do. I don't know. I
Maybe
mean,
they,
that's a little like hazy area there.
yeah,
Like
yeah, maybe they're a latent serial killer or something.
yeah, like oops, was
Yeah,
it too
the
strong?
serial killer is coming out in there. Um, let's see. So then I went over that it's extremely important to have your practices of keeping your center, because we have, as I go through some of these aspects, we have an, a sextile to Neptune, and sextiles are generally easy. They're 60 degrees from the planet, so they're generally an easy kind of aspect. But, during Mars, Pluto, uh, on either side of the new moon in Capricorn, and then a sextile to Neptune in Pisces, that gets weird. So that's where fantasy sex could come in. Um, Sex with um, blow up dolls or
I was about to say like robots
artificial, yeah,
yeah, like
artificial intelligence machines, which I'm sure are out
your
there.
virtual
Yeah.
assistant. Like
Virtual sex. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that, Liz. A show called Sex Led Me into the ER. Well, isn't that funny that we're bringing that up?
oh, so that's an actual TV thing?
That's pretty wild. It's so funny how the planets will bring up subjects and we don't even connect them really. Hey,
Mhm.
Luna. Such a pretty girl. So, one of the more exciting parts of this new moon have to do with a trine with Jupiter. And trines to Jupiter are, or is it, let's see, wait a minute, it's Uranus. I'm sorry, hold on, let me get my bearings here. So, it is a trine from Uranus in Taurus to the new moon. So, Uranus and Taurus, you know, and trines are the gifts from the universe. So that's, and Uranus is unexpected. So that could be unexpected job opportunities, unexpected money, in Taurus. It could be, um, I had something unexpected recently with money that had to do with my bank branch. They completely took the ATM away and it was gone for weeks, and you'd have to go inside. You couldn't do things on the outside machine. And I'd ask the lady in there, what's with the machine? Oh, we're getting a new one. We're getting a new one. Then the next thing I know, I'm getting a letter that says my Visa card with the bank is being replaced, which nothing's happened to it to my knowledge. So I don't know why that's something's going on with reforming financial systems.
Mhm.
I don't know if it has to do with the microchips and that kind of digital technology, but there's definitely under this energy with Capricorn and Uranus and Taurus. Taurus is all about banking systems. There's some rearranging going on.
Mhm.
Um, One of my friends was in her branch, and the lady was like, "Yeah, soon we're going to be a wealth management center." So wealth management centers are all connected with Nasara Jasara, which is a complete overhaul of a global financing system. So, you don't see that stuff out in the mainstream being reported, but on local areas with people in their communities, there's enough odd things happening, like the rainbow currency, where the way they've already printed new bills that have that iridescent strip on them, which is supposed to make it impossible to counterfeit. So there's definitely an unfoldment in this year with banking systems and our money. Then on a personal level for this new moon, an old Native American Indian manifestation of money routine to do is every new moon, within 24 hours of the new moon, write yourself a check. And in your this is goes back a long way, so trying to transcend it into how everything's done digitally, I don't know if maybe if you just wrote it down with important papers somewhere, because I know a lot of people are paperless, but
You can just go online, and if you have a printer, you print out your fake check. The whole thing is that you believe that by you doing this, like by
you
the
pay
thinking and the
yourself
doing, that you're in this vibration, that you are in the flow of
receiving.
manifesting, yeah,
Yeah.
and receiving.
And
Um,
the old way was to write in your register law of abundance,
mm-hmm,
and, you know, always keeping some cash, you know, in your wallets. And, you know, so many times anymore, people don't really carry cash.
mm-hmm,
But if we are in the initial stages of some overhaul of our system, it stands to reason that for a week or so, there might be some stutter steps, you know, where you might want to have some cash on hand because banks are overhauling their computer systems and doing different software things. So I think it's being done somewhat in the background. I know in my work with wires and sending wires, we've already seen what has been the old Federal Reserve SWIFT system for sending wires to the Federal Reserve. It is now paralleled with the quantum financial system, which is based off of satellites. So it's that's been going on like a year. And at some point, the old system is going to deconstruct. You know, that authority element of Capricorn and Saturn often refers to government
mm-hmm,
and the deconstruction of government. And um, Pluto there is all about rebirth and regenerating. So we're seeing slowly a crumbling of an old guard. And, you know, it's important to not panic or freak out or get scared about that. And that's why, you know, you have your spiritual tools, whether it's, you know, playing ping pong or journaling, or everybody's different about what it takes to make you feel calm. Breath work is very important um, because we're into some kind of cagey times with a lot of change. It's not like there's full disclosure about, okay, you know, uh, we're going to have to take the internet down. We're going to be dark in the internet for a couple of days while we transfer over to this other system. It's just going to happen, and that'll set off, I think, some panic with people. So I think the more that we can prepare ourselves to be inconvenienced over basic supply chain issues, you know, our banking and internet access, because everybody is so dialed into the internet, you know, and I think it's really important for us to all start some sort of practice to unhook from the internet. And if even for 15 minutes, I mean, everybody's just so zoomed in to their phones and the internet all day. Even, you know, one thing, I've been around people with young children and they're like texting in the middle of the night between their friends, not sleeping. And then they have all these sort of behavior and appetite issues because they're not getting rest. You know, we're kind of having to come back to the basics. And, you know, that's about basic nourishment, hydration, and rest. And sometimes, you know, the simplest things are the antidote for whatever is going on a larger scale in our world. So there is a lot of change. It will get even hairier as the Sun and Pluto move into Aquarius towards the 20th of this month. So Pluto will be in Aquarius for, I think, till like June. We'll go retrograde back into Capricorn. And then once it goes forward again at the end of the summer, we get to the middle of November in the fall, and we have Pluto in Aquarius until 2043. So going in, Pluto is a generational planet. So going from all these years of having Pluto in Capricorn, and it's been all about authority and government, our sense of authority. Aquarius is about freedom. It's about revolt. I want to be free. I don't want to be hampered by red tape. I don't want to be dictated to by corruption. So, you're already starting to see um, the signs of
Well,
major.
did you see that whole thing? I think this was in Germany, how all the farmers like revolted and they lined up their tractors and stuff, and because the government was trying to like control, like, I
Their
don't know.
voicing and so
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Mm.
we've seen major politicians step down.
Yeah.
The Queen of Denmark, um, another prime minister. Of course, Trudeau in Canada has been under a lot of scrutiny. We've got people in our own Senate, who announced they're um, retiring and not seeking reelection. And this doesn't come um, for nothing. I mean, in sort of an off the mainstream source, that comes because their hands have been caught in the cookie jar, and they're
Mhm.
basically offered a deal that either you go away quietly or you'll do the perp walk. We'll walk you right into Gitmo in front of the cameras and everything. And so, another thing that's been happening here that I think is really great, I'm very excited about it. We're going to see the return of small ma and pa type businesses. And just around here in the last year, these real small grocery stores have popped up that are family run. They are not like big box chain stores. And that means, they're a little more aware of the products that they carry, and they might charge a little more, but if you're getting healthier food, they also try to stay more connected to the community, and providing from the community. So, yeah, um, it's an interesting time because we have for far too long been bullied by a corrupt government. And the way cycles work, it only makes sense that that cycle would burn out only for a new cycle to begin. And it is in somewhat of our control, if not completely in our control, um, as to how that reality plays out. So you want to be in a high vibration. You want to let go of all your old stories and somewhat have a clean slate of, not holding on to old grudges. The thing about forgiveness is, you can't make somebody accept your forgiveness, but if you don't forgive them, it only hurts you. It doesn't hurt them that you're not forgiving them. So it's
Mhm.
very important to, and that's kind of, I think, an ego thing where, we want validation from somebody that, hey, I've forgiven you for being, a shithead or treating me badly. And somehow we have an egotistical need for that validation, when in reality and on a higher spiritual plane, we are all connected. We don't need any kind of validation like that. It just is that it is that we're all connected in one way or the other on a higher plane of consciousness. And that's where our focus needs to be, is our own resonating magnetic fields in our bodies matching that sync of a higher consciousness. We'll see more about quantum physics, biophysics. With Pluto and Aquarius, you're going to see leaps and bounds of medical technology to help with. Um, uh, so, anyway, thank you, Shabaka. Enjoy your king's meal. Um, and thank you for stopping in. We hope you're doing well. And
What's a king's dinner?
I would think it's a feast.
Is it like a 7-course meal or something? Like,
Is it like the pheasant and the?
yeah, it's like she's at the freaking castle or whatever
Uh,
the. and then they come out
Wine
with
and
servants, and they're getting served like different like courses of meals and stuff.
yes, it sounds divine.
Yeah, it's really cold, so yeah, have fun, Shabaka. As long as you didn't go Vader, you're all yeah. I'm not going Vader. uh,
So then, you know, the Uranus trine is exciting because with all of that sort of heavy energy of Mars, Pluto, Capricorn, Saturn, um, a trine to Uranus is somewhat more lightens up that energy. And it's pretty exciting because, you know, people get downtrodden about all the negative news, you know, and layoffs and people struggling financially. So this should bring some levity to people's outlook. And it's important that we do the work ourselves internally too, to only expect the best and to shore up your faith in humanity and understand that we are in a shift in humanity, that the old guard is crumbling and, you know, there's a newer, more spiritual enlightenment globally. So, then the sextile to Neptune brings in that mysterious, fantastical element. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, fantasizing and dreaming about what you want, you know, but still keeping that groundedness um, of reality.
well, I
So
think that's why it's important how like the Capricorn energy, like this sets the tone for like the next energy that's coming up, and I don't know what's coming up, but this is just by the way it's sounding,
yeah,
that Capricorn is very structured. We're getting rid of old systems that is no longer working. We're preparing for like the age of Aquarius, you know, and how Aquarius is like, you know, really good about thinking about inventions or innovation technologies, you know, like being more resourceful in that way.
right.
And so I really feel like there's a transitory energy that's actually going on. It's
There
like this
is.
is kind of like the last
Hurrah.
wave of
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
more will be coming out. It really is going to be very clutchy, you know, like if you've ever tried to drive a straight shift with a clutch, you know, and you're getting used to how the clutch and the gear shift go in harmony. These next few months till we get after April, because we're building up to April and some historic astrological signatures along with the eclipse. So all of this deconstruction of authority, the corruption being more transparent, I think we're going to be shocked with some of the stuff that we see. And, you know, everybody's going to handle that differently. And I guess what I want my message to be is think only the highest of possibilities. You know, think only of, you know, if you're unhappy in a relationship or a job, you know, it's up to you to do your affirmations and your spiritual work to see yourself meeting your potential and being in those environments and situations that do make you feel contentment and fulfillment.
Mhm.
So, I keep going back to something my mother always said was life is very short, you know, and it really is. And the update on my neighbor for the chat is he died. So his funeral was December 30th, and now his wife, who's had Alzheimer's, is being shuffled between two households and trying to figure out what happens to her because she's not able to live alone. She doesn't want to go into a home. So, you know, when someone close to you dies, it really does put that reality in your face about how short life is. So, there's no time to waste on unhealthy people and situationships, right? Before we went on, we were talking about work, and you know, I don't like I don't like what I'm seeing a lot of in my workplace. And it's disappointing because you go somewhere wanting to make the best of it, and it's hard to shift to re-up and go another place. Those constant starting up again is challenging, but it just depends on what your priorities are. I have a few more years I have to work. I don't have the resources to retire, so I have to work.
Mhm.
Well, with the few years I have left, I want them to be, friendly at least and fun. And that's what I was sitting in my office recently. It's like, it's just not friendly. I just don't have a friendly vibe here. I
Mhm.
don't think it's too much to ask for people to be courteous. And so, you might find yourself, and this is kind of coming at me surprisingly, like I haven't had any feeling like I was going to go somewhere else, but, I also know that if you express to your authorities, the people that have authority over you, what you're not happy about, and they don't do anything, well, whose fault is that? So, a lot of changes, a lot of shifting, and it's just really important that we stay in a positive mental attitude. And the Aquarian energies will bring us more into that theme of we want our work to be fulfilling. We want it to be maybe even humanitarian based. Aquarius is the humanitarian. Um, the old guard crumbling, I think, speaks to a lot of the authoritative kind of egos of people that are greedy, who basically step on um, people to get up the corporate ladder. And I think we're going to see a lot of that. What goes around comes around, like, authorities that have not treated people well. This was kind of fun. I was on a conference call with a group of attorneys in another city, and one of them was being very smug and
Mhm.
had made a statement how he owns this particular person, and nobody owns anybody. And the next thing you know, the president of the firm is walking into his office, and he owns the smug guy, right? So it was like instant karma. The guy is like boasting about, we own him. And then the guy that owns him, who just said that, walks in. And of course, it's a whole different vibe. So, our thoughts and our most sincere feelings are manifesting almost instantaneously. So that's why we want to keep, very aware of what our self-talk is. And all of that pampering we were talking about, our hot tea and our paraffin dips and, face masks and heating pads and whatever makes you feel warm and fuzzy. Those are really good tools for getting through times that are very unstable and it is changing. This isn't just about looking down the road. For a couple of years, we've been looking down the road, and we are here. 2024 is a transitional year that is most profound. And it's all for the good. It's just we get into our programs, right? We get into our memory banks about, oh, I remember one time when I was unemployed and blah, 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 blah. You can't let your mind do that. You have to just keep looking forward, thinking the best of potential for your life, envisioning and feeling like where you want to be is already there, and take
Yeah.
ownership of it.
I really feel like if you're very clear with your goals or your intentions, that is the thing that is should be manifesting. If your thoughts are a little bit all over the place, like you, at one moment you're thinking about this, but then you're over here thinking about that, if you can just really focus on the thing that you absolutely know that you want to manifest, that is the thing that you should be focused on right now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you put your 100 into that thing, then that is going to actually bring you like the thing that you desire. And so, um, yeah, I mean, I really feel like, like doing a little bit, like even like doing like your personal care, doing care about like, what your goals and affirmations are. If we can use that time to really, and that's why the journaling aspect is really important, because then you can track your progress, like what were you doing January 12th of
Right.
2024, like what were you doing? Okay, journal it down. I mean, it could be basic, like you're talking about, like decluttering, your physical location. And so what did that bring you after you did that? And
Clear.
then, like, 3 months later, you're like, oh, well, now I got like this thing and it's
Right.
making room for something brand new. And it was totally something that, you weren't really expecting, but it was a part of something that would be beneficial to you.
You have
And
to
so,
always be making space for the new thing in your life.
yeah.
Shabaka, you're talking about your dreams. Write them down when you
Hmm.
wake up. Write them down and keep track of them for a couple of weeks, and they'll start making more sense.
I want to interject with that because I have two very odd dreams that I had. One dream, okay, it was like around New Year's, and I dreamt about Brad Pitt. I kid you not.
Oh,
Yeah, Brad was in my dream, and he was a little intoxicated. He was
oh,
just coming from a party.
that's
And
so funny.
yeah, he was driving drunk. Like, I don't know where he was on New Year's Eve. I think he has a girlfriend now, but I saw him in my dream. I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, like he was like kinda out of it. And he was driving drunk, but he was a fucking functional alcoholic. I seen this in my dream. I was like, "Where are you driving?" And he was like just like in the movies, driving off the freaking freeway, but like going into like another like realm,
Oh,
but
wow.
totally handling it. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" So that was a very strange dream, but I could totally see that happening. So I'm very curious, like what he was doing on New Year's Eve. And then last night, I had a dream about Luna, and I've never had a really weird, messed up dream. But basically, Luna was in the kitchen area because I have like a sofa, and she can get up on the sofa and then look over the counter into the kitchen and see what I'm cooking. So she has like a live cooking show, right? But in my dream, she was looking, and then jumped over the countertop, over the sink, and her head got decapitated from her body.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but you know what? She was totally fine. I was like, "Luna, are you okay?" And she was totally functional. And I was like, "What in the hell?" And then
Oh,
I
that is
didn't I
wow.
didn't see blood, but I totally saw pink, and like how the head was like totally
Oh, my
dislocated
goodness.
from the body, and I was like, "What the heck is this dream?" So, yeah, that was really crazy. I don't know what the meaning of that, but
I feel like
um
that has something to do with your communication with her.
oh, feeling like I'm not being heard, or maybe she doesn't feel like she's being heard, because she
Something
was,
like
like, over there, like, she was trying to get my attention. She went
that.
over and beyond.
Well, then you said that lately she's found her voice.
Yeah,
So
she's
maybe
yeah,
there's some connection.
like, howling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Neptune is making a sextile to the new moon, and that does bring on uh, more dream activity. And we can glean a lot from our dreams if we'll take the time to work with them. I've had some weird ones too. I've had a couple that, I really liked and I want to go back to them. Rather be in my
Steamy hot
dream.
dreams.
Yeah. I really, really liked my dreams. I kind of look forward to going to bed. I try to get back to those couple of
Like,
dreams where
"Well, hold on, I woke up too early."
Yeah, let me get back there. That was really great. I love that. Um,
Uh,
and isn't it interesting? So I think I saw something on about the Earth's polarity shifting and how many degrees over the last 20 years it has shifted. And again, if we put on our, Aquarian scientist brain, which Aquarius is all about science, quantum physics, outer space, extraterrestrials,
oh,
you know,
speaking of extraterrestrials, that whole thing in Miami, right?
isn't that cool? Yeah, we're going to see more of that. Yeah,
Well, there is this one girl, her name is April, and her interpretation, because she does remote viewing,
yeah,
well, she believes that it was a totally oops thing. It wasn't like a blue beam thing. It wasn't like government related. It wasn't because of a presidential election. But actually, these are interdimensional beings that now can be seen by the
because
human eye, because the veil has been weakened because
our,
of the
yes,
solar flares, and
our
uh,
consciousness is
yeah,
rising.
our consciousness is raising, and so we're able to see these shadowy figures is because we're more
Been
spiritual.
removed for a long time.
Yeah, and they've been walking the earth and, like, shooting the shit,
Yes.
checking
And
out planet
oh,
Earth.
there was this other thing that I saw. I wasn't going to get into this because it's kind of gross, but one of the theories is that it is reptilians that are preying on truckers. Like there's across the country, all these truckers just disappearing.
Oh
Like their
no.
empty truck will be found. And, one of the things is that it's some other species that like takes them and eats them.
Oh, eat them.
Yeah, because they're out like on really rural roads by themselves. And so what they'll find is like the truck with all their possessions in it, but like they're gone.
So they're eating the cargo, not the actual human, right? Because like reptilians, they don't eat
Well,
humans.
I think some do. And like one trucker was carrying a load of hogs, and there's all kinds of conjecture about it. But what made me think about it is they brought up the whole concept of reptilians, that are here. It's
Hmm.
Shukaba. Yeah, yeah. I can't say that word, Liz, but I'm with you.
Okay, yeah.
So, it's very interesting. Sylvia Brown back in the 70s and 80s wrote all about aliens amongst us. And she would do hypnotherapy and keep files on people. And then she'd put it in a book about the consistencies between total strange people having the same experiences with beings from other galaxies. And, one of the things that comes to my mind to remind us all is we'd have to be pretty egotistical to think that we're the only living beings in this wide, vast universe. Of course, there are other beings and other life that we don't know about. And so Pluto and Aquarius in these coming years will bring, what is that you see sometimes, like the Galactic Federation, and the protective kinds of force fields that, you know, been protecting us from people that would, or species that would do us harm. All this subject matter, period, is so Aquarian. And space travel,
So
uh,
we're gonna see more of that next year. I don't know if we're finally going to Mars in 2024, 2025, but it could be around the corner.
it absolutely could be. It's interesting about all the electric cars and that technology because a
Oh, I've
whole,
seen that. Like now, I think a Tesla runs for 34,000 bucks or
well,
something.
but it's a very flawed technology too.
Hmm.
They haven't built the infrastructure that would be needed to support a society of electric vehicles. And
We
so,
don't need that type of.
they need the
Technology.
charging stations because, you can't take an electric car across country without stopping and charging it. So they've had to try to build these, instead of gas stations, they're charging stations. The other element of that whole industry that's really jacked up is, this has all been sold to us on the premise of environmentally friendly. Well, those batteries go to landfills, and there's nothing environmentally friendly
I
about.
wonder if he takes them outer space and then fucking like disintegrates them somehow with the laser beam. Like, you know what I mean?
Here's the irony. So we're talking about Neptune sextile. Neptune rules oil. And so, you know, there's always been the study of how abundant the earth is in oil. Like we have reserves beyond our vast dreams and what we need. But it's been a politically manipulated and economically manipulated industry.
Mhm.
So it's ironic to me that I think again that technology is going to go back to the drawing board, and it'll come down to you need to have your gas cans handy. You need to have your car ready to gas up, and um, because if the electrical grid goes down and you can't charge those electric batteries, you're screwed. You're not going to get anywhere.
Mhm.
And Willie Nelson years ago developed gas that was made out of corn.
Mhm.
And that was research squelched because it would have cost the oil companies zillions of dollars if people knew all they needed to do was make ethanol or some kind of corn based fuel. So there's a lot of science and technologies. And one of the things that I was reading about earlier, because I think the healthcare industry is a huge focus of where we're going with all of this, because that's another industry that's been sadly corrupt and manipulated to the harm of humanity.
Mhm.
Those are the med beds. And there are three types of med beds that are already available. They're mainly for military use, but they're supposed to be coming out, to hospitals for regular people to be able to have access to. And the three levels have to do with like rejuvenation. Like it's more of a getting your cell, like making your cells regenerate to help with arthritis and memory and the aging process. One of them is more specific to um, if you've had an amputated leg or, say, given a kidney, it's more geared towards giving you back your organs and limbs that have met some demise. And then I'm not sure, I'm trying to think of the third one, but I've been seeing more pictures of what they actually look like. And that technology is going to completely turn the healthcare industry on its head
You
because
mean that Star Trek technology was here all along and they've been withholding that information?
well, back in the 90s, I lost both parents to cancer and two best friends. My best friend Martha died at age 36 of breast cancer. My friend Debbie died at age 40 of liver cancer. And then both my parents died of cancer. And it was all four of them went through hospice. It was horrible, right? And I've been the primary caregiver through all of these different things. And my cynicism is that they do know how to cure cancer. But if they did, it would be an economic boon because they
Mhm.
make so much money on people having cancer and getting cancer treatments. If that all got cured and went away, um, what would happen? So
They can sell vitamins.
So I think that
Jeez.
that whole deconstruction element of authoritative kinds of institutions and people already taking more responsibility and more holistic types of, natural healing and, uh, Louise Hayes's work back in the 70s was the power of your mind. So the more we feel resonant to the core of our being about our mind has the power to heal, that takes care of a lot right there too. And so you're going to see those divisions like we talked about people who are real brainwashed in the whole propaganda about whatever, you know, Fauci says or whoever calls themselves an authority says you should do. And then the other part of people who are more naturalists and want to handle their health in a more natural way or
Mm.
spiritual way or every synthetic man-made prescription is based on the botanical structure of a plant, a lot of herbs or whatever, but there's a lot of natural ways we can help ourselves. And some of these medicines that they just dole out to people to take regularly have so many horrible side effects. There was a study that they dissected brains of people who died with Alzheimer's, and they found large amount of statin drugs. Well, you hit 50 and go to a doctor and they want to put you on one statin after another for your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your thyroid, and whatever else. And I just, when you see years of that kind of synthetic element, people end up having heart attacks and um, cancers and stuff like that. So I really question all of it. And I've been somewhat cynical about it for a long time because of what my personal experience was with loved ones with cancer. But
Mhm.
the med beds are supposed to be about realigning your um, electromagnetic fields to the resonance. Like, you know, we get blockages in our chakras from emotional trauma, from the food chain, and how hormones and chemicals have manipulated crops. We've not put back in the soil what we take out. So, seeing like Walmart, okay, seeing Walmart shut down a bunch of stores, a lot of people would be very panicky about that. And I suggest that, but the more big box chains like that deconstruct, the more opportunity it is for you and I and our friends and communities to build up our small little businesses. Like, history repeats itself. And that's kind of where we're going into a shift of society. And
So like this comes to mind because I'm a Capricorn. This would be the perfect time if you have a business endeavor and you've always wanted to open up a
yes,
little boutique or a little like bakery or
yes,
whatever it is. Like go ahead and contact your local like real estate agent or just go like look
start.
around, drive down the street
Yeah,
and see like if there's an office space that you think that might work for like whatever you're thinking about doing,
right.
and really get involved in the community, like see like what your chamber of commerce is doing, like
It does
really,
start locally. That's for
yeah,
sure.
like really know like who your neighbors are and like what's going on, and really get to know like the people around you, because like I started to notice more like around Christmas.
Right.
I've been like cooped up in my house, like I work remote, and the only time I go out is if I'm running errands and things like that. But the more that I went out into the community, I started to get to know a little bit more about the people.
Right.
And some of these people are actually local, like they're born and raised in my area. And I've realized that they're not as bad that I thought they were when I first moved here. Like,
That's
I think when I first moved here, I thought people were cold and rude and,
right.
where are they? Like, they're never going out. But
Right.
I think that for me, like being like an outsider coming in, I was still kind of used to my old ways,
Yeah.
and just the people that I was like around, and I was used to it, but I wasn't used to this area. But now that I'm here, um, they're not all that bad. It's just I maybe it was me. Maybe I'm the one who wasn't open.
Right.
Maybe I wasn't like open enough to really get to know.
Well,
Um,
and that's how relationships go. I mean, we're all reflections of each other and we're all connected. And when someone rubs us the wrong way, it's for us to figure that out. What is it within ourselves that's being triggered? Because it's
mhm.
a lot of mirroring.
Yeah,
And
I mean, like it took me years to figure that one out, but I started to realize that,
and to take
maybe,
ownership for that,
yeah, I mean, I finally realized that this place isn't that bad. It's just, I think I didn't know how to be more pliable or flexible. You know,
You're
um,
making me think of something that happened years ago with English astrologer that came here to the area. There's a lot of history around here, and he was doing a book on different wars and history of the East Coast. And I took him downtown to some museums and different things. And, somebody would walk by us and I'd say hello or whatever. And he got all freaked out and was like, I've never seen that. People in London don't greet strangers.
yeah.
You know? And I thought that was strange because we are all community, and really, if the SHIT does hit the fan, you only have your neighbors and who's
Like
most
around you.
around you and that's one of the trends too that they talk about in coming years is that there'll be more like local hubs of authority and supplies and not this big federal conglomerate that dictates to everybody, that it will be more regional. And it is important to start locally and know your sheriff, just basic things like that.
Hmm.
And
I've seen like there's a sheriff locally here, and he looks cute. He does the videos for my county. Um, but he's a black guy, but he looks like a light skinned black guy, and he has blue eyes, kind of
oh,
like that convict like you know what I'm talking about, that video with that convict. He got a teardrop on his eye and stuff.
oh,
But
right.
but this sheriff looks just like him without the teardrop, and I was like, what? No wonder why they made him like the face of the
That
freaking.
teardrop represents that's a gang symbol.
Yeah,
Symbol.
yeah. It's like when you get initiated into the gang, like you get that teardrop. But yeah, so yeah, I was watching the local police show like on YouTube, and I was like, wow, that cop looks pretty hot. I was like, wow,
So
and
isn't that interesting? Because I'm going to tell you something that will sync up with that. And we are talking about Capricorn and authority. Okay. So
uh-huh.
sheriffs and cops are authority in our communities. So we have this house in our neighborhood. It's a real sad story because the man that built it, he just handmade everything. And back in the 70s, it was the most beautiful home in this area. He got sick and went to a family farm in another state where he ultimately died. And the house was left. His daughter had been killed in a car accident and left behind a son. And the son had always just kind of lived on the streets and everything. And when his grandfather, went to a nursing home, he started squatting at this house. And for years, I mean, it's gone on and off without having power or water. Um, it's pretty regularly visited by either an ambulance or a cop because he overdoses on methamphetamine and he's never really held a job. You might see him at a local restaurant as a busboy every once in a while. He doesn't drive. He's just Well, his grandfather used to just say it just wasn't worth a thing. But anyway, it's very sad because the home is very dilapidated and doesn't look anything like it used to. A lot of delinquent taxes. And lately, uh, it went up for a tax sale and someone has purchased it. And now these different homeless people that kind of hang out there are being evicted. And it's just a whole big mess. But one night I was walking my dogs and I saw police up there, and I wasn't sure if it was that house or another house. So I wanted to see what was going on. And um, the cop in the car I was talking to, I was like, boy, he's cute, right? He's really cute. And he was telling me about warrants outstanding for a couple of different. He was asking about, do you ever see this car? That car. I was like, no. Well, sometimes. He says, well, if you see this car, call me because we have a warrant we're trying to serve. And so I'm like, okay. So I got his card. And so I did call him recently because I saw one of the cars and I'm talking to him on the phone and I'm thinking in my head, I was like, you were a cutie pie. I wonder if you're married. You know what I mean? It was like, we both saw cops that were kind of, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. There's that authority for you, the
Yeah.
authority figure.
Yeah, Luna's trying to play her authority. A music version of Tracy Chap I guess Chapman. Uh
Give me one reason. What was
oh
that?
yeah. Yeah, Shabaka, I mean, yeah, I'm happy that you made it to civilization because she was actually stuck in the woods for a long time. I seen her backyard and it was a bunch of trees. So, honey, if you're out there and you're enjoying your Friday, then go for it.
Well, you want to pull some cards?
Yes, I think I need to put Luna in a kennel.
I pulled out the Star Codes Astro Oracle in honor of Capricorn New Moon because Capricorns love to strategize, and these cards remind me of like directional, navigational kinds of strategies. And you were talking about not sure what was coming up next for cycles. It's a Leo full moon on January 25th.
Oh.
So we have our Capricorn new moon today on the 11th, which was yesterday.
Mhm.
And in a couple of weeks on the 25th, we have a Leo full moon, which always brings drama.
Drama, so there's gonna be drama around the end of the month?
Leo, sure. The
I
full
mean,
moon.
what kind of drama are we talking about?
Oh, we might see like some perp walks. Yeah, we might see some high profile people arrested or, warrants served or something pretty dramatic. Yeah, have you noticed a lot of crap going on with Hollywood people lately? And like Hollywood's kind of been dead, like
There's definitely some, I don't know, they're a little
something
all over
going
the.
on there with all of that Weinberg stuff. And
Oh yeah, the whole list. Like I haven't been able to follow up on any of it really. So I don't know much about what's going on there.
they put it out but redacted a lot of it. So it's still a shell game. It's still a lot to be disclosed.
Shabaka needs a cab ride. Well, I hope you drive home or not drive, but ride home safe, honey. Yeah. So, okay,
So Capricorn new moon for Aries.
yeah, let me go ahead and pull up Aries.
Bookend with Mars. Mars rules Aries. So, I think we might see some. Oops, shoot. Darn it.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
So I got 3 cards. for Aries. I guess we'll go with them. Virgo with digestion. Let's see, what is this? 12th house introspection, 11th house community. So that's what I got for Aries. Introspection, community, and Virgo digestion.
Well, I have Knight of Cups and also Knight of Wands in reverse.
Let's see. Okay, there's all three.
12th house, introspection. So maybe this is about Aries thinking about their feelings and maybe making a confession about how they weren't showing up.
I think
Um,
the digestion might be like from anger. Like maybe they're going to have some indigestion from their emotions. There's definitely some anger. 11th to 12th house, that's past life stuff. Community, people familiar to you.
yeah, so what comes to my mind is that there could be a karmic situation, Aries, that you're dealing with, and maybe you're not happy with that situation. Um,
What have you got there upside down?
oh, this is Knight of Wands.
Okay. And
So, I mean, this could be like being rude, like being standoffish about like offering their emotions.
I like
Um,
these cards.
yeah, I do too. I mean, that's my first go at it, but yeah, I like them too.
This
Um,
very much looks like the chakras, doesn't it? This one.
mhm.
This one.
Yeah, the 12th house.
Yeah.
Yeah, really thinking about like maybe coming into alignment to their true self. Where they stand in the community. So maybe Aries, like you've been thinking about like how you are being perceived in front of groups of people. Um, Maybe people have thought that you were a little kind of out there. Um, I don't know. And what's the Virgo? And then the indigestion part.
Yeah.
Maybe Aries, you had a little bit too much to drink also.
Well, you know what comes to my mind as we were talking about being more connected to community, and
Mm-hmm.
11th house is community, and um, maybe Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. They're pioneers, so they might be starting like a new business within the community, some kind of new venture, or thinking about it. 12th house would be something that's familiar to them that they've done many times before.
And that it could be something passionate, but I really feel like that Knight of Wands energy, that there's something off about it. Um,
Virgo tells me like health food store.
hmm. I would say whatever it is,
Maybe with the upside down Knight of Wands. I want
maybe
to say,
not going forward with like the quickness of it, but really exploring your passion, like what drives you to move forward with this energy.
and having that is to me is like a creative block. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe they had the beginnings of some ideas and want to spend this new moon developing like a business plan. Like, you know, what someone told me is write down what you feel passionate about, what are your natural skills, you know, what are you good at, you know, what would make you happy doing. Um, Aries is pioneering. I mean, they're going to be the first at doing things. Um, they rule children. It could be a daycare or something like that. Or Mars makes me think of the father element. I just got a weird thought about a senior daycare. I know that's kind of crazy, but that's what came to my mind.
Well, they're building one across the street from me. It's been in production for some time, so
I,
maybe that might
I
manifest.
got one that just is kind of new in my area.
That's kind of ironic because I don't know what's going on with the senior care these days.
It's not good. There's too many seniors and not enough staff.
Yeah, and I think some of the staff aren't really. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my tongue on that. I don't need to talk about it. All right, next Taurus.
All I can say is my father always said, getting old ain't for sissies.
Yeah, no, you really have to think about it. Because if you don't have anybody, then who's your support network? It gets
Strangers.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to be good in with some people. You know, it's really difficult. You know.
Yeah, it's hard to trust people because they'll come at you like they're your best friend, and then they have an agenda that's not in your best interest. So it's hard sometimes to discern what is real.
Yeah. My ex mother-in-law, she had a neighbor friend to come and help her with the bills and stuff, and I
Oh,
think that she had access to her checkbook, or, she does like a lot of her bills per se. So access to her bank account. So, uh,
well, I'll tell you a story. A lady in my neighborhood told me about one of her friends, and it's a scam. This lady thinks that she is having a relationship with Mark Harmon, basically through Facebook, where I mean, he calls and talks to her like he's Mark Harmon, and that he's getting a divorce from his wife, and his wife has frozen his assets and tries to get this lady to send him money. It's the most bizarre thing. It's almost a psychosis because she really believes she's communicating with Mark Harmon.
mhm,
When my friend tries to talk to her about, he's been on your Facebook, trolling, and he knows, who you like and what you're into. Like we all, well, I don't have any social media anymore, but basically people put too much out there so that these very intelligent con artists can know just what you're into, know just where, you're vulnerable. And when my friend tries to talk to her about, do you really think that, that's him, and tries to make her face up to reality, she gets defensive going, oh, why, you don't think he would be interested in me? And takes it the wrong way.
mhm.
It's bad. And a lot of that goes on. She's done a seminar in the community about online scamming through, meeting people online and stuff. It's pretty.
Now, I had a little incident on LinkedIn. This guy, he claimed to be working for SpaceX. I didn't think anything of it. I just added him because, I was just doing like a normal thing. And then he was getting really personal and said, "Well, I'm looking at your Facebook." And I'm like, "Well, what Facebook are you looking at?" Because my Facebook page is with my old name, not my real like legal name.
Right,
And on LinkedIn, that's my legal name.
right.
And he says, "Yeah, I looked at your Facebook." I was like, "Well, which one are you talking about? The one that nobody knows my real name, my maiden name." So he gave me a screenshot. I was like, "What in the world?" I said, "This guy's a freak." So I think he was
They're
targeting
very
me.
smart. They're very evolved at how they can, in my job, they can totally replicate what your email looks like and ping where an email goes to intercept wires, and I had a real estate agent think that she was wiring her money to Florida, and this con artist somewhere over in Europe had replicated the law firm's email telling her use these wire instructions. Nobody called to confirm, and she wired her nest egg off somewhere to be,
Offshore.
yeah, and the FBI and all of that. It's like nothing they can do.
Yeah, I know that. Hmm.
So
Well, I mean,
you got to
yeah,
be
if she
careful.
consented to like sending, then
Well, now they've gotten really strict about making phone calls to personally talk to who you're wiring the money to and confirming that routing number and account number. And I mean, just they've become ultra
vigilant.
vigilant, on making sure you've got the right instructions, because there's been so many incidences of um, somehow they hack in. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you can totally like get someone's IP address by sending them a link, and then you click on it, and then they got you. Like, and then there's like this back door where once you click on it, then they have access to your machine and all the passwords that are contained therein. Then you have to go through the whole like process of changing all your passwords
Right.
because they had like a way to get into your device.
Good reason for not having anything. I don't have anything going to come after. So,
Well, I just know that my brother, he's actually getting into network administration.
yeah.
And so one of the things about going into that particular field is to remove yourself from social media so
Oh,
that you can't be traceable. There is no intel on you that that is left on the internet because once you put information out there, it's really hard to scrub,
right.
especially through these larger networks where, the SEO of those pages, like they get posted automatically.
Right.
So, yeah, you have to be careful about posting stuff because once it's up
Really
there,
do.
it's hard to get off. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. But anyways, Taurus, I have the star for you.
I have retrograde review and Mercury messages for
Oh.
Taurus. We just had Mercury go direct recently, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. And this is the Aquarius energy here. Hmm.
So what is Mercury doing for our new moon? I think I
Like
looked.
what is that doing on Taurus though? Like Taurus is possibly going through some situation about like maybe things that you were working on.
Money, art, food, agriculture. Um, so Mercury for the new moon is in the late degrees of Sagittarius, which is an inconjunct to Taurus. That means making adjustments, changing attitudes, reviewing information, maybe getting a loan for a new dream or some new idea, and reviewing the paperwork, reviewing the terms of the loan, reviewing what you're obligating to.
Yeah, what I'm getting is that this is like a business endeavor that you've possibly been thinking about. So now's the time to like really consider um getting that company loan if it's something that you need, like working capital or whatnot.
Right.
Um, because I feel like it's going to be profitable if you put your mind to it. If this is something that you've been thinking about during the retrograde, I feel like now's the time to go ahead and work on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, that's actually really good, Taurus.
It does sound good for Taurus. And then
Hmm.
you've got the Uranus in Taurus, which supports new ventures and new ideas, and maybe creating new software. Or Uranus in Taurus is about reinventing how some mundane task is done to do it a new way.
Mm-hmm. So I have here for Gemini, Knight of Pentacles.
All right. I have Venus, beloved.
Oh, so maybe it's taking a long time for you to open up to this particular love interest.
So Venus is also in Sagittarius, not far from Mercury during this new moon. So messages of love.
Mm-hmm. Long distance love affairs.
Yeah. Knight of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Venus is also money.
Yeah. Okay.
Men
So
have
long-term
money.
goals. Um,
Isn't that a pretty card?
I see. It's like got flowers and I guess Mercury's in there.
A sphere.
Yeah.
I like this. Gemini, I think, can benefit again from that Uranus trine, all the air energy and new ideas and innovation and having resources to do that.
Yeah, I'm also getting that this is going to develop over the course of a year. Like it's gonna slowly evolve over time, whatever this love, this passion that you have, and it could be financial, it could be about like a business um project. I feel like it's actually good. So Gemini is actually in a good space also.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really feel like for the majority of the collective, it's all about putting all your ducks in a row, knowing what you want, and then just really going for it,
Get
because
there. Yeah.
after this energy, then, then what? Because Capricorn is the one that's going to sit down and write that list and
The business plan.
yeah, the business plan. And then once you get that, then you can be more creative and innovative and
Yeah.
just like really doing what I call the fun stuff.
Yeah. I think that's part of my issue with working on staff as I was self employed so long. It's hard to transition to being micromanaged.
Well, for Cancer, I have Strength,
The
which is
moon
Leo.
Koli root chakra.
Okay, maybe rebuilding your root chakra. This is about like your sense of stability and also like just your foundation.
So if you have a sun or moon or rising in Cancer, it is opposite this new moon. Oppositions can be separations from things.
Mm-hmm.
It can be health challenges. Not the most fun energy to be in opposition. It can often have um, relevance to like life chapters.
Let's see here if I can get it focused. So I also have here the Hierophant and also the Three of Pentacles. So like really putting in the effort in regards to like structure or
Security,
mm-hmm,
maybe
just
the home
yeah,
base.
home security, finances, work. Um, really focused on getting that, like you say, sense of security there. So I feel like that's really important to you at this time. I see here the three. It's in here multiple times. I see it like on this woman's chest,
Right.
and also this Three of Pentacles here. So maybe this is going to take time. Maybe in the course of 3 years, this thing will happen. Like, but it starts now, or it has been. Yeah, I don't feel like it's a beginning, but
There's also kind of like this gear or clock looking thing to this tree,
mm-hmm. It looks like a sundial, right? Like a sundial, like pointing down to the root.
and it's an 1138.
Mhm.
I get strong mother from this, like either a person going through paces being a mother or going through paces taking care of a mother.
Also it's like Cancer is like always trying to be strong. Um,
They're tenacious.
yeah.
I
Uh,
also, I don't know, this your little mixture there gives me like that next stage of the parent going into a community of some sort, a retirement community or some stage of life. An opposition is a chapter changing.
yeah, it definitely feels a little uncomfortable though, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like it's out of Cancer's element, but it's something that's needed. And plus, Capricorn is very structured, very grounded energy, and also Capricorn is opposite of Cancer, so there must be something there. Where Cancer is giving strength to the Cancerian energy, for that, whatever, the big push for the next thing. Because you said that we have that Leo full moon, which is the strength. So maybe between now until the
25.
full moon, that there's this sense of stability and really working on like dealing with structure, governments, and really being grounded. I keep getting like going to the government and filing paperwork and shit like that, like
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but something to do with filing papers, like with documents and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it could be.
But yeah, hmm, I would say whatever it is, this new man will help you.
I think it's some really related to structure, that whole root foundation kind of energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so next we have Leo.
Good. Leo needs a break. Leo's kind of been put through the paces lately.
But your energy is coming up around the corner, so that should be a little refreshing for the Leos at least, right?
At least, at least dramatic.
I mean, besides the drama.
I mean, drama doesn't have to be bad. It could be a good concert.
I mean, if you want to look at it like that.
So this is Scorpio investigate, trine, sextile, symbiosis. I think that has to do with like, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? Like synchronicity or
Symbiosis, so like trine, sextile. Hmm.
Queen of
Investigate.
Pentacles.
Okay, so Queen of Pentacles is also someone who is nurturing, stable, grounded. There's that bunny that's coming towards the queen over there. There's fruit. Um,
This feels pretty serious for Leo, actually.
yeah. So what is it that you need to look at in terms of maybe like who you are, like what you bring to the table? Are you balanced? Do you feel balanced? I see like the pentacle and the lady is looking down. It's like, okay, yeah, you got the pentacle, but are you happy?
Right, right.
I don't feel happiness here. I don't know.
Scorpio is very edgy, like living on the edge and
Also very dark in nature, like
dark.
really.
Yeah. Maybe Leo is going to find out something that's been hidden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. about maybe I keep it like maybe like a marriage or like a
Money, something money related.
I don't know, but I keep getting like this sadness coming through.
Let's see
Interesting.
this. I mean, wait a minute. This one. Let's see this one. So what do we got here? We've got, are those birds?
Oh yeah, they're either grabbing onto. Hmm.
That's a weird card.
There's
So
a
there's
bunch of them, but they need to like kind of get it together, like come like a synergy, right? Like they're a little bit all over the place right now,
yeah,
and they need to like tie things up and get it together.
feels very emotional. Feels like their house is being toilet papered here.
I know that's what I was thinking. Is like that looks like being like
They're birds with
mhm.
ribbons through the air. I'm going to have trines and sextiles are very positive. Those are the gifts from the universe. And Queen of Pentacles, maybe there's some unexpected money. Well, I am a Leo and I did get some money unexpectedly recently.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe look into like what's coming. When it comes, maybe it's a job. Maybe there's a new job opportunity.
In investigative work.
Yeah, that would be cool, right? Um, yeah, I feel like,
So
regardless of whatever this is, I mean, this does feel stable, but there's like this serious tone to it also.
it does feel serious. And having started my year with the funeral of a loved one, I feel serious.
Well, hopefully they'll kind of
Hopefully,
balance out
that's
in
the
the
worst that
spring months.
happens this year. It's
Yeah,
a such a
winter
great start of year.
winter kind of sucks. I ain't gonna lie.
We are gaining light back, in the northern hemisphere. We get like 6 minutes more a day now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, so we're on the other side of it.
Well, I noticed it's been sunny here lately, but that sun is deceiving because it is bone chilling cold. And
They're
yeah,
calling for snow here next week. You said you've already had some snow, right?
yeah, we already had snow, and we could get snow in the next couple days, but it's like hit or miss. So yeah, but it's cold. I can feel the cold coming through the cracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so for Virgo, we have Seven of Wands. Feeling defensive here, Virgo.
I've got Pisces, sensitiveness. So Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. So that's an opposition there.
Mm-hmm. Sensitive, like really defending, like believe me, look.
So someone tell me the Virgo stuff is, they're very particular, and wellness and health are very important. They can be a little bit of a germaphobe,
Mm-hmm.
um, very precise, kind of, very particular.
Yeah,
Virgo's like, they have a place for everything and everything has a place. Now, Pisces is much more nebulous, right?
yeah, they're all over the place.
So this is an opposition of maybe Virgo giving in a little more to their intuition and not quite so um, tuned into their task list.
I wouldn't say that because I'm a Virgo rising, and this is how I'm interpreting it. And the feeling that I'm getting is that I've been super sensitive about being um like let's just say I'm in like a position where I have like some sort of authority, right? But like things are like coming at me, and I'm trying to defend myself is what I'm getting. And so
Yeah.
it is a little bit sensitive. Like those sticks are poking up at me, and I got one stick.
Maybe
Back
setting
down.
setting boundaries, maybe, or
Yeah, like setting boundaries. Hey, look, I've got the light up here. I can burn you all down. Um, don't. push my button,
And this is very intuitive, like using your intuition to navigate
Maybe
this.
shining the light towards others that you mean well, you know. I don't know. I just feel like Virgo needs to be heard. Is the feeling I'm getting there.
Yeah. And maybe in another dimension too, as well
Hmm.
as here.
Yeah, because it could be in the subconscious or even in their dream state. Um,
It definitely feels like setting boundaries. Or
yeah,
Pisces would be more
out
foggy
there.
about boundaries. Yeah. Your
F
seven
the boundaries. And then
months,
Virgo's like, no, I need boundaries. Like,
right?
I need,
Need
like,
definition and yeah.
yeah, I feel 'em. All right. Well, Libra, you're next.
So I'm getting Aries act. Interesting. So Aries is the opposite of Libra. So that would be another opposition here.
Yeah, and I have Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So, Libra, I feel like, okay, you're trying to let go of holding on to something, but you feel that you're alone. Maybe you feel like you don't have your stuff together. Maybe you want to act, but you don't feel like, I don't know. It
Like
doesn't
you have the
this
money.
doesn't feel good actually. Um
Feels like there's some money pressure there.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if this is investing into something and it's time to act, or you're being like, maybe like this is an offer and you're not ready and you feel like, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels off to me because I feel like it would be a loss. Like maybe you have to lose a little bit to gain something. Or maybe you're being forced to invest into something, but you don't have like all your resources together, but you know you need to let go in order to gain, but you just, I don't
So,
know.
so right now at the new moon, the South Node is in Libra. So that would mean addressing people and things from the past. Whereas Aries is wanting to start fresh and sort of trailblaze, but there's something from the past, maybe a past debt or a past experience.
That's holding Libra back.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The Five of Pentacles makes me think about the whole letting go of our stories and not holding on to perceptions that really don't serve us well. You know, that
Yeah.
feeling of feeling left out, but if we don't, we can choose to not feel that way.
Yeah, because Libra is like the life, like they like to socialize, but there's like this introvertedness that I'm picking up on Libra. It's like maybe, you
There's
don't
also,
feel good enough.
there's also the legal element. Libra is all about the court system and legal
Yeah.
agreements.
So definitely about documents and stuff again, like that's really coming up in this energy. Maybe there's something that you have to do, but I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like a loss, but if it's about a past situation, maybe it's something you have to let go in order to just get through this energy. But I would say follow your intuition on this. If you really don't feel it, then don't force yourself.
Right.
Like really hold back if that's what your gut is telling you. As because it feels like a forced energy, like someone's pushing you to do something. So maybe it's kind of karmic in nature, for you to naturally just hold back.
Maybe it's a lesson in learning to be patient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I feel like, maybe Libra is experiencing that wintry coldness. See the snow.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, that South Node is no fun to dwindle there. I mean, that's
mhm.
our wounds and reliving past. things that aren't necessarily for our highest good.
You'll be okay, Libra. We're all here to support each other.
That's right.
So
Let's
next,
go up too.
next we have Scorpio.
So we have an asteroid in Scorpio that represents home and hearth. So you might be doing some renovating.
Mm,
I have, oh, what do I have?
I need to make more space in my house.
So this says solar calm and clarify. And again, looks like the
Oh.
chakras.
Wow, there's a lot of cards that came out. Okay. I have Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups, and
Wow.
Temperance. Wow. I don't know, it's a lot. And then you have Clarify. So and you have a Solar Calm.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the Two of Swords, I feel like there is a decision here that you need to make. You're kind of in two minds about that, and this is about long-term goals. Okay, so maybe you need to clarify the thing that you want. Okay, you've been thinking about it. However, we have here the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is about um, maybe pulling back. Okay, this is like a very flighty energy, also not being able to communicate the thing that I don't know. It's just like you're not very clear on what this long-term goal is here. Okay, that's why you're still stuck in your head about it. However, we have your Queen of Cups and Temperance. So go after what you are, passionate about.
Instincts.
Yeah,
Instincts.
your
Yeah.
intuition. Follow that and be patient.
And
Um,
meditate. This is, this feels like that chakra grid again, to meditate on
mhm.
centering your energy.
Yeah, because also we have that temperance is a Sag card.
Yeah.
So really taming yourself, really following your intuition, really sit still, do the meditation, right? Balance yourself out. If you can't figure things out right now, don't just do it on a whim. Really think about what your long-term goals are, and really go for it. Because I really feel like now is the time to really think, what is it that you want? I mean, Ten of Pentacles is like having everything that you need, retirement, right?
I like this solar calm card. I feel like that's a good energy for Scorpio to be in to make whatever decisions they need to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do what makes you happy in the long term is what I'm getting. But I feel like Scorpio is still on the fence. It's like you know what you want, but there's something that you're not really talking about, and it's something you're holding back deep down inside. But with patience, it will come out. Because Scorpio has like this energy of like withholding, like their true feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to express this. They want to hold it to themselves if they can. But there's something that their intuition is telling them, and I just feel like you need more time to get it out. So just I guess sit in that energy and think about what that is.
I was going
And
to say,
then
like, reflect inward for your clarity.
yeah, that clarification will probably be the best bet for you. Um
Early happy birthday, Liz. You're not too far after Sandy.
oh, I don't know. When's her birthday?
The 16th, she said.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. We're like sisters. Happy birthday.
It's all about celebrating renewal, clean slate.
Yeah, happy solar return. So, okay, next we have Sag.
So let's see, that's where we have Venus and Mercury are in Sag.
Hmm.
Yeah, Venus and Mercury.
Okay, I have 2 wands and 4 cups in reverse.
And I have fourth house home.
Okay, so a decision that you need to make. You're not happy, especially in your house. So what are you gonna do? I feel like this is like you making a decision. There's somewhere where you want to go, and it's kind of far.
Uh,
I feel like it's travel related. Maybe this is internet. I don't know, but there's something that you want to leave behind. It isn't serving you, and there's a place that you want to go to, and this is where that it feels like home. So I don't know where your home is, but your home I feel like is somewhere else.
also get like a rearranging within the home.
Yeah, you can do that, but I feel like that's more like a temporary thing. I feel like you're sad you want to like maybe like change a house or like go somewhere. I definitely do feel like you're not happy though, and you want to let go of whatever this thing is that isn't making you happy. So it could be like a feng shui thing, like rearranging the house, making um the energy flow better in your home, you know, because that is a thing. And plus we have like the new year and the dragon. I think it's a wooden dragon for
Yeah,
Chinese New Year. And
yeah,
so with the dragon energy, there's a way to clear up the energy in your home, because it's like you have your door, and then you have to have the energy kind of flow in this way, and then out one door and out the other. So really check the flow of your house, and that might resolve whatever this issue is of not feeling good. But for others, I really feel like it's a whole like you're looking to go somewhere because your house is just not stable right now. And it could be like a temporary thing, like maybe going out to a friend, a friend's house just to take the edge off and then coming back.
it can also mean expansion in the house, moving to a bigger place.
Mhm. Yeah, I also felt like, maybe like relocating to a different home situation.
Thanks for joining us, Liz. It's good to see you.
Yeah. So next we have Capricorn.
I'm confused with you, Shabaka. I don't. You said something about not resuming Virgo.
Her her twin flame is a Virgo, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't read the chat because I'm like handling the titles over here.
So,
Um
were you wanting more said? We can always pull a card at the end if you need more said.
no, I think she's done with Virgo.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah. All right, Cappy. Let's see what is going on with you.
I
Mhm.
think they're under pretty bit of pressure between Pluto and Mars there.
Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, because of yeah. Yeah. Uh huh.
All
Well, I
right.
can I can say that I've been really super busy with work.
I
So.
can. This says eighth house mystery.
Oh, okay.
This is the Scorpio house.
That's what I was thinking. That sounds very scorpionic. Oh, we have the Emperor.
Sure.
Looky, looky, that's Aries energy. Uh-huh. Mhm. Just sorry. It's a mystery. Who has the authority here?
Yeah. Who's in
Oh,
control?
all right. I really feel like Capricorn, you do have a vision, but it's a mystery. You really don't know what the hell's going on.
What are these figures on this card?
Well, I definitely see like the skull, and then there's hands.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some hands that I see coming down.
So the skull is all knowledge.
Mhm.
So maybe Capricorn is coming into some knowledge to be less mysterious.
Or what I was getting is that, for Capricorn being a leader, a natural leader, um, maybe they're untapping the mysteries of the universe or the divine because with the number 46, that's structure. This is about love.
Yeah.
It could be about the past and coming to a sense of completion. Okay. And then with this emperor energy, okay, we have here the number 4. Actually, yeah. Is that 4? Yeah. So this is about stability. So again, untapping, some knowledge or wisdom on like maybe the future also. Looking towards the horizons or um
Emperor is also about vitality.
mhm. There's a depth to this energy that I see here. And we have the Ankh. So I wrote about that a long time ago about this Ankh symbol.
So I'm getting big energy on balancing between the feminine and masculine within the self.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only person that you can really control is you and not really others if they're not in alignment with your vision. But I
Eighth
feel like,
house.
this mystery, there's a big eyeball. It looks like that's an eyeball behind that skull.
Yeah.
So that could be like the insight, the third insight, and having like that crystal ball that the emperor is holding.
And the eighth house has to do with like joint ventures and other people's money.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel that. Again, this is very relevant to my situation. Mm. Hmm. That's something for me to think about. So, really think about this position that you're in and really gain the wisdom that you're receiving from the divine and just sit with the energy. There's nothing that you need to do to like really take action.
So the
But
other thing that, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
The other thing that I get here is the ancient secrets of the crystal skulls, like to read that mystery.
Mhm.
There's something within that mythology that is relevant to coming up with the answers. Max the crystal skull, the folklore is there were 13 from the Mayan civilization, and if all 13 ever came back in the same
Together.
place again, then humanity would always experience full love and peace.
There's a local Reiki place and I think Max came through or who I don't know. Is that a thing? Like does that thing travel?
Yeah, he came through here, and you can
Uh-huh.
sit with him, and it's a really interesting. I don't know if you want to call it folklore or,
Well,
you
I
know,
don't know. I just know that I was looking into it when I first moved here. I was trying to, like get the feel of the land of what the local metaphysical people are bringing.
so
So
the lady that travels with the one they call Max, that was bequested to her by a Buddhist monk. She didn't know what it was. She had been like an office worker for him. And when he died, he left it to her, and it was in a box in a closet for her for like 20 years. And she started having dreams that Max was speaking to her, basically saying, you need to teach, these teachings. And basically, the skull is the all knowing, it's the keeper of all knowledge. And like when she came through here, you were in a group with her speaking, telling her story, but then you could also have private sessions where you would just sit with Max and it was very strong telepathy between. It's a mystery because they've been studied scientifically, and for the age that they are, it makes no sense of how they were created. Like the tools it would take to have done what they did didn't exist. And the fact that there's like these fault line fractures within the skull, and it's pretty big. And
Mhm. Mhm.
I have a bunch of skulls around here because when I went, she had a lot of little skulls you could buy. I don't have one nearby. I keep them in my bedroom, um, because working with them helps you retrieve information from your dreams. You know,
Huh.
if you're
Well,
open
if
to them
Shabaka's still
speaking to
in here, she needs to get a crystal skull.
you. It's a very interesting story. I have a book, The Ancient Secrets or something of the Crystal Skulls. And then there's another one that is over in England and it's been studied by all these museums and scientists, and they keep trying to debunk it, but nobody really has. It's interesting, you know. I think the bottom line teaching of it is to tune into your own intuition, to be
Mhm.
able to have that channel of information within yourself for answers, not directing your focus outside of yourself for answers.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I very much like meditation. Because all the answers that we need are actually from within. We just need to like really know how to tune in to
Right.
our own internal frequency, and then all of the information when we sit still through this quiet meditative state, that information will actually come. But you have to be like practicing meditation on a daily basis to really be in tune with that, because like I've noticed with me doing meditation, I've been crap at it lately. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been like meditating in a proper way like I used to in the first like 3 years of me becoming a Buddhist. I've been a Buddhist for like 8 years or something like that now. So, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's been basic. It's been minimalistic. And when I mean, like, the length of time I do it, it's just the 21 deep breaths, maybe a
Right.
little bit more. That's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And a proper meditative session is at least 15 to 30 minutes. And then if you can do it, an hour and a half a day. Because
If
my
you could
my
find
yeah, go ahead.
if you could find a resonance where you're somewhat going through your days meditatively is also to
Oh,
strive
yeah.
for that,
Mhm.
not get knocked too far off, your
Yeah, because
balance.
that's like, the walking meditation, which is, honing
Right.
into your monkey mind.
Right.
So, understanding and knowing that your thoughts could go all over the place, but if you're just, like, being in the present moment, knowing, like, what your surroundings are, but always being, like,
Watch
within yeah,
watchful of your
just
mind.
watching things come and go, then that is a form of meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the best place to be.
yeah, anyways.
Or when you are triggered or someone strikes a nerve and you feel your emotions reacting, to try to be more observant of your reaction as opposed to like,
Yeah, because if you're getting giving yourself into that negative emotion, then you're actually doing it to yourself
yeah,
because you're allowing yourself to be that way. But if you're more wise in a sense, you would actually be in a place of like wanting to talk about these things without being triggered and being able to let go. Um, and I myself understand that concept, but me being, you know, I guess basic, I can fall backwards. I'm not
it's
perfect.
such a combination of your state of health, hydration, rest, balance, breath. We all get stressed out and breathe too shallow. If we did nothing but focus on our breath every day, we'd feel 100% better.
Oh yeah, and doing it in a proper way.
Shubaka said she sent you a picture
Oh, you did.
on
Okay.
Instagram.
Well, what is the picture of Honey Bunny? Let's find out.
I do. I love my hat. Thank you.
Yeah, I wear it like it's in my car, I think.
I need you to tell me how to pay you for the scarf.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you have the scarf ready? Hold
She's
on.
waiting for the wool.
Oh, you're still waiting? Hold on. Where is
Supply chain
Instagram?
issues.
Let's see here.
I'm so excited that you do that work, Shubaka. You're so talented.
Oh, okay. I think that's an old message. That's an old message, I think. Is this it? This December 1st.
Oh, you do know? I have.
That was December 1st. So this is January 12th.
Try to remember to bring my crystal skulls to the next program. No more lies. They're a lot of fun. I have a lot of different ones.
Oh yeah, I want to see your crystal school collection.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
bunch of them. Lapis and clear quartz and jade.
I think there's this thing that I watched on like some drama, and it was a lapis lazuli skull.
I have one of those.
Oh really? So it's about like it's a healing skull.
Right.
But also it's used for intuition, I believe.
Okay. I do have one here. This came from visiting Max. Let me dust it off.
Okay, yeah. They're like all dusty. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm. And
shoot.
that's a lapis lazuli? It
No,
looks
this one is just quartz.
oh, okay. Is it clear quartz or is like a smoky
It
quartz?
kind of has like a bluish tint to it.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Oh, yeah, I can see it's a little opaque.
They're so interesting.
Huh.
Somewhere I do have a lapis one though. Yeah, but the idea is that you would meditate with it, to enhance the communication.
Well, I know Buddhists, they actually do.
Scully, are you going off of X Files, Chewbacca?
What is she
Scully,
saying? Bar pick from MLE Kit? Do you still have your hat? Have three crystal skulls. Bar pick from MLE. Oh, hold on.
Pick. He's cool. Need to bring him out again. Let's see. I've got a bunch of stuff over here. I need to work in this room. Oh, here. Here's the lapis one. Is this?
It looks like onyx or obsidian.
Hold on, let's see. It's dark in here.
Yeah, I don't see anything from MLE Knit. Emily Chewbacca.
Hannah.
I My sister-in-law's name. Her name is Emilienne, which is like Canadian French. Just saying. Hannibal episodes lately. It's Scully. Your stupid phone keeps buffing. Oh.
I lied to y'all. I did have them up here. Okay. Here's a really little guy.
Oh yeah, he's tiny. Yeah, that's little.
And then here's the lapis one.
Oh yeah. I can tell.
See,
Interesting.
he's got some pretty
Yeah, like the
to
mixture.
him. This is Jasper. Still has,
Dang, honey, you have more skulls than what the heck? I don't have any skulls.
I really was into Max, the crystal skull. And this is, where is it? Tiger Eye.
Yeah, you have quite a bit.
I have a jade one that I keep next to my bed. I just really resonated to that one for the dreams.
Uh-huh.
But you do have to work with them. They can't just sit around and do nothing,
Right.
you know. I used to carry this one in my pocket, the little guy. Let's
Well,
see.
it's not too late to put your crystals out because we're still under this new moon energy.
Yeah,
So that might be a thing.
that's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like 3 days before and after.
Well, thank you guys. I'm glad I pulled those over here. They were underneath some paper. I
Maybe
need to
they
work
needed to
on my
come out.
office. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
maybe.
need to come out. Come out wherever you are.
Yeah, maybe some wisdom will come through. I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
now things are clear now.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. I forgot where I was at. Okay, yeah. Page of Pentacles.
Jupiter, abundance.
Mm. So maybe not knowing if you should invest into a certain endeavor or an idea. Like not really trusting maybe your intuition or something that you've been thinking of that's going to create this sense of abundance for you.
Might be, practicing manifestation tools,
Mhm.
building more confidence, I guess. Something interesting about manifestation work is the tweaks of wishing for something or longing for something instead of just owning it and it is now. It's putting it in our present moment. Little tweaks like that can make a difference.
Oh yeah, if you're in the energy and vibration of knowing that it's
It's
coming or
here.
it's already
It's,
here,
it's here.
um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you,
then
Shabaka.
yeah, that's the way to go. So yeah, just work on your manifestation, Aquarius, because I feel like it's here. You just have to change your mindset.
It's already is.
Yeah, it's already here. Okay, so last but not least, we have Pisces.
Yes, and that is where Neptune is right now, and it's home still for a little longer. It's a very strong placement for Neptune. It likes being there. Represents poisons.
Little drinky drink. No, I'm playing. I've been eating a lot of chocolate lately.
Oh,
I
that's a
think.
nice idea. No more lies. She
What's
says she keeps her ancestors' photos around her skulls.
Oh, that's
It's a great idea.
huh.
I go on and off with keeping photos out. Sometimes I want them out, sometimes I don't.
Maybe I should go look for a skull. this weekend?
I know I've seen them like at crystal and rock shops or shows.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mineral and crystal show that comes through this area twice a year, and they always have them.
Well, if I go look and there's one, I'll feel like that's meant to be.
Yeah,
I'll just look. Yeah.
I'll look for that book and read up on them too for next time. I mean, when I went to see Max, I bought everything: the T-shirt, the book, the skulls. I was
Yeah.
really
I
into
mean,
it.
well, there might be some nuggets of information in there, you know.
So this is the sun and source.
Okay, so maybe you've been reflecting on some things.
You need to rest and regenerate your energy.
Yeah, maybe, and yeah, maybe you're dreaming and you're getting downloads from the divine about some third party situation and getting clarity on it.
This is a nice card.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there's something that you want to talk about and you're trying to figure out what's the best way to talk about it. It's not, I feel like you know,
A
it's not,
disclosure of some sort.
yeah, it's not an easy conversation. Interesting.
I like that card.
Yeah. It looks like a diamond, actually, in the center of,
It does.
you know, like a placement of a diamond ring. Hmm. Interesting. Because white light is all the colors.
You're talking about this one, I think. Obsidian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No More Lies, so she has that.
Yeah. The obsidian is really good protector of
Tempt. Yeah.
negative energy.
Yeah, need that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have my black um obsidian. It's in the window. It's soaking in.
I'll show you a special piece. It's called Bullseye Obsidian.
Oh, okay.
And the reason it's called Bullseye Obsidian, whoops.
It has a bullseye.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can you
fuck!
see
It
it?
looks like an eyeball. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It's called Bullseye Obsidian.
I like that one.
What is that? It's like a
Snowflake.
it's like an imperfection. I think I dropped it at one point.
Well, some of them they have like a snowflake.
It didn't used to be there, and it's come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
maybe it was a. Oops! It rolled out.
that
Fell.
kind of neat though.
Yeah, I like it.
This is really old. I've had that a long time.
Yeah, I do. I like that one. Huh.
And let's see, I think this is, I used to be really into obsidian. This is, I believe, what they call burl obsidian.
That's like Mars.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah, it's like this red with the spots.
It does. Yeah, I used to work at a New Age bookshop, and we would get all this stuff, and I had an employee discount, so I got a lot of rocks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what I should do. I should go to the crystal shop this weekend. Just to kind of every time I go in there, I'm always looking at some piece that's worth like a couple $100.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, maybe I don't know.
Expensive for sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
And one time I had them all displayed, and then I don't know. That's a mess right there. I hate for y'all to see that. That is a mess. I need
Well,
to.
we don't have to see it.
Oh, this is my last thing I bought. It wasn't that long ago. This is a dinosaur egg.
Oh.
with Druzy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I see it.
So
Uh-huh.
this is the last piece I bought.
Oh, okay. Like at the show or at like the
This
place?
came from, there's a place here that has been a rock shop for like 35 years. This is tiny little house, used to be out in the country, and now they've developed a lot around it. It's owned by a family, and whenever I'm near there, I like to stop in. And I think I showed you all of the skulls, except for the one downstairs. But yeah, maybe this would be a good time at the first of the year, the new moon, to reconnect with our crystals. And um, this is another piece I got from that shop. It's labradorite.
Oh, yeah.
I use it as a paperweight. So
Paperweight.
Capricorn crystals are obsidian, tiger's eye, smoky quartz, rose quartz, and clear quartz.
So all the quartz.
For Capricorn,
Hmm.
obsidian and tiger's eye. So we've been definitely talking a lot about obsidian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I should stack my little skulls here around my computer to keep all the gremlins out. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
On the calculator, maybe it could manifest some money in the calculator. What do you think?
Well, if that's your intention, then so be
That's
it.
my intention. Yeah. I guess I would like to chip away at debt. I was unemployed last year or year before a good while, and boy, I really racked up some debt just staying afloat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well let's just wipe it out
We
and
just need
have
to
a
wipe
fresh,
that stuff
clean slate.
out.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would say with the intention of you just cleaning, that is going to like resolve any kind of debt, and it's just as simple as that. And
And
it'll go away.
try poof.
Yeah, done.
So no more lies says here I'm lost. What can
Let's see.
I try to help with that?
Mm, I haven't trusted my intuition. I'm lost. My moon is Pisces.
Well, you certainly
Um,
are definitely psychic. Maybe focus on a cleansing ritual every night before you go to bed, making an intention that you are dispelling other people's negativity from your energy. Because Pisces has an absorbent energy of picking up what's around them, so that could keep your own intuition from being at its peak. So just a blessing every night before you go to bed that you're dispelling other people's negativity.
mhm.
Let's see, what's a
Yeah, one crystal that comes to mind is black kyanite. So with black kyanite, you can just cut away like anything that's like around your etheric field. So if you have that, keep that handy. Uh,
and selenite, right? So selenite, isn't that good for dispelling negative energy?
yeah, like this thing right here.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I got two sizes. I got the big jumbo and the little one.
You're making me think of Star Wars.
Zoom.
Here's what is it? Yeah.
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 They're may the force be with you.
No more negativity, no more lies.
I was cut through all the bullshit,
Yeah.
Get
And
your
write in
selenite.
your journal. Write in your journal. You don't need to talk to people. Write in your journal. Commune with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be okay. Everybody, crystals unite.
I know. I know. Isn't this supposed to be dispelling negativity?
Yeah, and also it's a good way to clear your other crystals and stuff. So if you have like other ones like smaller like crystals, you can put it on top and it will clear the energy.
Oh, let's do that with the skulls. That's a good.
Like you don't even have to use like moonlight or anything. You just put it on top of this and it will clear the energy there.
Nice.
Because the selenite is actually a salt.
Right. Right.
hmm So salt clears energy, and as you know, I put that crap in my bath products to clear
Yeah.
your auric field. So yeah, same concept.
Nice.
So yeah, you're welcome, honey. Yeah, I hope it helped somewhat. Yeah.
We sure hope so.
Yeah. So does anyone have like any kind of questions or anything for Sunny at this time? Speak now.
So we're going to have a full moon on the 25th. What day is that?
I think Thursday.
So do you want to meet on Friday the 26th?
Mm, mm,
I mean, I could do Thursday evening.
I gotta think about that.
Okay.
Um, because
You can let me know.
yeah, I'll let you know.
Or
Because
even Sunday the 28th, maybe? You being through it.
I'll let you know the week of. How's that? Like last minute thing.
That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, but around that time, guys.
Yeah, we have a full moon.
mm-hmm. So yeah.
And
So
that's getting, let's see, the 20th is when the sun and Pluto enter Aquarius. So we'll be a week into that. At the very end of the month, is it Jupiter goes direct?
I think I already went direct.
Let's see. Wrong book. That's last year's book. I can toss that. Let's
Yeah, I've
see.
been trying to save those calendars. I just thought about it because those might be something, to look at the placements for those years.
Uranus goes direct on the 26th. So we have
Oh,
the full moon on the 25th in Leo, and Uranus direct the next day. So, yeah, that should bring some interesting energy in, some very creative. That would be a good weekend to have a show to go to or a dance or something. Leo loves the arts, anything, one of those sip and paint deals, where you paint and sip wine.
yeah, or if there's like a thing that you can go to, like a concert or just like going out.
Yeah.
That might be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing with the idea around here. There's sort of a trend of salsa lessons at a place.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I used to do salsa dancing 100 years ago, and I've thought that might be kind of fun to do again.
Mhm. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about that. Um, with my partner, and he said, I think I need lessons because he has no um dance skills. And I said, well, I can lead. He says, aren't I the person who's supposed to lead? I was like, okay, well,
I'm glad you made it back, Chewbacca. What is that?
yeah. IT,
Uh,
OP, or I don't know. Like,
the internet effect. The internet.
okay, okay. No, I think that's like a thing, because Shabaka was having. issues, and now Normalize was
Yeah.
having background issues. So yeah,
Yeah. There's definitely something going on with the grid. There's something going on on a
yeah.
lot
Keep
of
your
levels.
crystals, especially if you have like little pyramids like this.
Yeah.
This will actually, because it has copper inside, this actually helps with any kind of like electronic interference. So yeah.
Used to have something in here. I've got to do some decluttering in my office, is what I need to do.
I know I need to do that.
Oh, this is what I have for my at my computer is pretty amethyst.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have one too. It's like right here in front of me.
Cool.
Yeah. I like this one.
Yes, I like the crystals.
Yeah. I have this one. This is the money manifester. It looks like a heart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's my citrine.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I liked it because of the shape.
Yeah.
But it's dusty, so I probably need to take care of it.
Yeah.
Let's manifest.
Yeah. Get your blow dryer out.
Yeah, or that like that computer spray, to
Oh,
get the dust.
right. Right.
Yeah.
Good deal.
All right, guys. So, um, last minute, if you guys don't have anything, definitely check Sunny out. It is the new year, so if you want to, if you have a birthday like myself, like get your solar return chart done. Also, like this is a good time to see like what's in store for you. So yeah, yeah, lionmountainhealing.com. Also, Sunny, she has like an Etsy. I believe that you mentioned that you put up some new jewelry pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's Lion Mountain Relics over on Etsy, I believe. Let's see
Yes.
here. Right here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go ahead
Yes.
and check her out, guys. She has a lot of cool, unique antiques. So if you're
Yes.
into antiques, she has some new stuff
It's
that
all
she.
old.
Well, I mean, but it's very unique. And so I know I've gotten some stuff from you that I liked. So
I have more to upload. I was going to work on that today and got on something else. So,
no, I've been very much like that. Like on task for something, but then my mind wanders and like, oh, okay, let me jump to this thing. And so
it
it's
takes time, by the time you clean up something and describe it and photograph it and upload it, and it takes, I spent about 8 hours last weekend putting up maybe 10 items.
mhm. Well, there is an app now where you can shoot the picture, it'll pop out the background, and you can just upload it from your phone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look into that. Do you know what that is?
yeah, I do. I'll have to like send you a link to it later on. I know it because there is a guy who claims to be a graphic artist, and he used this freaking app to do his face crop, and then he designed his own business card, mind you, and it looks like crap. And I'm like, okay, so what do you want me to do? I want to go with this. I was like, okay, all right, so I'll just do it. I was like, well, what am I here to do? I'm just like processing like your business card order then, I guess at this point.
Alicia has a question.
Okay, what is it?
In,
Oh,
in regards to my DM, he came back and I did not let him in. I need to put boundaries, just wondering how he feels or how I could continue to help him. I've never told him no before.
well,
And
I would say,
did the right thing. He's just been on my mind. So, um,
well, how does he feel? Okay, well, let me just pull a card on that. Because because I believe her DM's name is Jason, right? Because I kind of remember that name. uh, I've never told him no before, and I know he's just been on your mind. How does he feel, Spirit? How does Alicia's DM feel? Oh, the Chariot. So, he feels like it's time to just move forward.
Me
Um, he's starting to see, like, it's making his mind go that if he's in two minds of the situation, it's time to really, like, maybe he's feeling stuck. He doesn't know what to do. Like, he's never experienced this before, is what I'm saying.
I think it's very healthy.
Yeah, you're making him think because like the stars on this chariot is like the canopy. Also, it's like being connected to source, and tapping into his intuition. And so, if he's not really balanced to really push things forward, then he's really thinking about it.
And the thing about how do you help him, I would say just remotely in your blessings or prayers to just, you know, wish the best for him, that he's able to see clearly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So don't really worry about it. If he really cares about you and he loves you, he's gonna do the right thing. Let him really like show it to you. You know.
What is this? Oh, Kelly. Okay, so Kelly, I have a question.
Your DM reached out tonight and he's in trouble with the law, but wants to risk seeing you. I told him no to tonight and he offered tomorrow. What do I do? Maybe the last time I see him. Do what's right. You don't want to like be the person to get him in trouble. Um oh, I did tell you to make him think. Yeah, you sure as heck did. So good job.
This is,
uh digest. Oh, okay. So take in the information. Um really be methodical there. I mean, my intuition is telling me to just hold off. Like he needs to really not risk.
he needs to go through whatever he's going through on his own 2 feet.
Yeah. I mean, if
And
this
you
is
know what comes to my mind
mm,
is nothing we've ever meant to have misses us. I
yeah.
mean, people don't come into our lives because they're not meant to. And if someone's supposed to come into our life, we won't. I mean, it will happen. So
Mhm.
it may or may not be the last time you see him, but sounds like he's in a jam right now and he needs to work it out.
Yeah, so this is Nine of Swords energy, so that means like don't stress over the situation. Like don't worry.
Right.
Like that's not going to be the last time
Go
that you're
find
going to see
someone
him.
not in trouble with the law, is what I would say.
Yeah, just if he can, great. If not, don't force it, don't push it. But don't feel stressed because if you're the one that gets him in trouble because he went out and saw you one last time, that may be the last time, right? But spirit is saying like don't even stress over that may be the last time cuz that's about the manifestation, right? We were talking about like if we want to manifest like like money for instance into our life, we have to feel as if it's already in our bank account. It's already there.
I would go have a mani pedi tomorrow and be busy, is what I would do.
Yeah, don't. And that really sucks that he's in trouble, but that's his
There
karma.
you go, Brittany. You put it in words for me. You won't miss what's for you.
Yeah. And if he's in trouble with the law, then there might be something better.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
there is.
yeah, well, I was about to say, not might. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, chills. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the answer. It's just nice when it is confirmed from another source.
Right. So yeah, that's what we have. You're going to a concert on February 3rd before your birthday. Oh. Well, I hope you enjoy it, no more lies. So yeah, that's what.
Dance. We need more dance in the new year, is what I've about decided.
Yeah, I dance in front of Luna. She looks at me like I'm crazy. She's like, "Okay, lady." Yeah. I've been telling myself the same all day, so you spoke to me too. Okay, Brittany. Yeah. I love unique things. I will look soon. Okay.
I really hope I get some of the things. You need to send me that app.
Okay, I think it's pick. I can tell you, but I have to look at what this guy sent me. Hold on. I gotta open up an email.
It's okay. You can text me.
Okay. Well, I'm a Capricorn. I'm gonna get this answer for you.
Okay.
Let's see here. Um, where's this window coming from? Okay, so whoa. Oh, I see. His name is his name is Jimmy Bow, by the way.
Okay.
This guy, and I don't mean to put out his freaking stuff, but yeah, where's Jimmy Bow at? No. Recycle. Right there. There's Jimmy. Okay, so his picture is. This is the SVG that he sent me.
Thank you. No more lies. You rest easy. Keep you a journal. Write down your dreams.
Let me see here. So D drive. Mm-hmm. And then where's this guy at? Here he is. Photo room.
Okay.
Photo room.
I will check that out.
And basically, you take a picture, boom, you can knock out the background, make it look like it's on a nice little thing, and be done.
Sounds good.
And plus, it's on your phone. All you have to do is just type in the description,
Right?
upload it, and yeah,
Done.
done. Yeah, you just need to write down like specs, like on maybe on a sheet of paper or something. But
I
that's
do. I have tons of that.
okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's see here. Um, Good night, Sandy and Sunny. Thank you're welcome. No more lies. And you the other day, after I told him no, I read the Bible and it was like God was talking to him through you. It was crazy. I felt like I needed to share it with him, and he replied back, "That's awesome." Oh, well, actually, that's actually good.
Remember, we're all connected.
Mhm.
There is no separation. So we get forgetful.
Yeah, we're all interconnected. It's so strange because like I would have a conversation with someone and then someone totally different would be on topic. But it's like no, the two do not know each other. They don't even know of each other.
I
But
think that's going to become very common as we get further into Pluto and Aquarius.
yeah.
They say our society will return to basically how Atlanteans communicated, and that was a lot of telepathic communication.
Mhm. I really feel that like, if we're doing our due diligence about eating healthy, drinking water, being like, just doing meditation, and really standing in our own truth. There is going to be a divide from the spiritual community and also I call it the sheep. Um, and there'll be a difference, and the one that's following the sheep are going to slowly like fall off the face of the planet, and then what's left is like this high vibration, uh, you know, society that is going to be a whole another level. Um, and not only mentioning like all the ones that are being born,
Right.
which I feel like are the crystal children.
Yeah.
They're going to be the ones who is going to even like push it a little bit further.
Yeah.
So it's actually good. I
It
feel
is
very
very good. It
good
is very
about
good.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is very good.
Yeah. So thank you, Sunny, for
Thank
being here
you.
with us today, and thank you all for being here with us and participating. And again, like if you want to book a reading with Sunny, go ahead and check her out, lionmountainhealing.com. And we will see you in a few weeks for
Yeah.
the full moon in
And
Leo.
Leo. Rawr.
Yeah, that's your element, honey.
It is.
Meow.
Yeah. We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, we'll see what drama pops up then.
Hopefully, have gone dancing by then.
Yeah, because you had mentioned that Uranus goes direct to.
Yeah, the
So
26th. Yeah.
yeah, so that should be actually kind of good.
Bring a quickness to
Hmm.
things too. Things will be getting quicker.
Well, I think that we need that.
Yeah, it's kind of felt like it's been a little stalled.
Like a little lull. Uh-huh. So
We need to get on with it.
yeah, I feel like because I need to get on with it, but I feel like there's just too many things I can't get shit done, and I don't know. But I'm gonna handle it this weekend. So yeah.
Well, one thing at a time is all we can do. And thank everybody for your time and energy, and put your crystals out and do your breathing exercises, and everything will be okay.
Yeah. And manifest.
Yes,
Set your intentions. You never know how far it will go.
that's
So
right. Be open, be ready.
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to receive.
Yeah.
All right, my dears. So thank you again, and we'll see you next
See you
time.
soon. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Bye, guys. You're welcome, Brittany. See you next time. All right. Bye.